Pandas is one of the popular and mostly used data analysis and data manipulation package within Python community. But when you start working on the larger dataset, you will notice that the performance of your Pandas query degrades. And it's due to the fact that Pandas utilize a single CPU core and does not take the benefit of all the CPU core available within your machine. In this video, we will see how we can write faster Pandas queries, and it just requires a single line of code changes within your application. So first you need to install Modin within your environment, and for that purpose you need to run this command python install Modin, and in square bracket you need to provide the array. Okay, so once that is done, then we'll start exploring Modin API to see what sort of improvement it can provide as compared to Pandas operations. Okay, and here you can see the difference between Pandas data frame and the Modin data frame. And you can clearly see that Pandas data frame utilizes a single CPU core, but at the same time, Modin utilizes all the CPU core available within your system, right? So that's the main difference between Modin and Pandas. And definitely, Modin utilize different architecture for performing data analysis and data manipulation operations, but that is from the internal Modin architecture perspective. Okay. Next, I will simply check the number of CPU cores and the available memory within my system, because it has a direct impact on your Pandas operation. Okay, so here I am simply running this cell, and you can see that it has 8 CPU cores. So you can see number of CPU cores available within my machine is 8. And similarly, I'll be running this statement, and you can see that the available memory within my system is 7.4 GB. So by default, Modin utilize all the CPU cores available within your system, but you can restrict the number of CPU cores used by the Modin operation. So in order to perform that operation, you need to run this command import array, and whatever number of CPU cores you would like to use for your data analysis operation, you can restrict it with the help of array.init. With that context, I will simply start exploring Pandas and Modin operations. Okay, so first I'll be reading one data file which has close to 13 million samples, and it has taken 830 MB of memory. Okay, so we'll simply run this cell and we'll see how much time it takes. So here you can see that Pandas has taken 12 seconds to read this data file. And now we'll compare the same statement for the Modin. So for Modin, you just need to replace PD by MD, because here you can see that I have imported Pandas as PD, and from the Modin perspective, I have simply imported this package, right? And in the code, you just need to replace PD by MD. All the other syntax would remain same, right? And now we'll run this cell. And you can see it has taken 4.95 seconds. And now we'll compare it. So you can clearly see that Modin is 2.5 times faster than Pandas for reading any data file, CSV file, right? The second comparison we'll simply describe the dataset. So you can see that it has taken 8.49 seconds for this describe statement, right? And we'll run the same command for Modin. It has taken 12.05 seconds. Pandas is faster than Modin in this case. We'll simply compare it. So yes, we can clearly see that. Next, we'll perform a group by operation. So here I am simply performing a group by operation on this column, and I am taking the sum for this particular column, day installment. Okay, now we'll run it. The Pandas has taken 1.75 seconds. Now we'll run the same command for Modin. And Modin has taken 1.67. It's a slightly better. Right? So not very fast, but yes, definitely we have seen some improvement for the Modin. Now we'll simply check a null check operation, and you can see that Pandas has taken 0.13 second. And for the same operation, you can see Modin is very fast. And if you simply compare it, Modin is 22.49 times faster than Pandas for this particular operation, right? And now we'll perform a more complex operation. So like concatenation, right? Which takes lots of memory and processing power. And now we'll compare how much time Pandas and Modin takes. So we'll compare it. And here you can see that Pandas has taken 12.34 seconds. And we'll perform the same operation for Modin. You can see Modin is very fast. And if we simply compare it, Modin is 33 times faster than Pandas for this concat operation. Next, we'll perform a comparison against the fill NA. So this operation fill NA has taken 39.18 seconds. Okay. Now we'll run it for the Modin. So Modin is very fast. And if you compare, Modin is 179 times faster than the Pandas. So now we have seen how Modin will provide us to write faster Pandas query with exactly single line of code changes within your application. Until date, Modin has already implemented 90% of all the Pandas API. So you can very easily apply all the data analysis and data manipulation operations with the help of Modin package. Right? And Modin scales linearly with the number of CPU cores. So right now, whatever operations I have performed, it's against 8 CPU core. But if you'll have larger number of CPU cores available within your machine, then you will see a tremendous improvement in all your Modin queries. Okay, so that's it for now. I hope you'll find this video useful. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I request you to subscribe to it. And thanks for watching it again.